Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm continuing with the stage 2 modifications by adding this Airtec induction kit here for the Mark III 1 litre EcoBoost 125. So the stage 2 mods I've already done is by adding a custom made turbo back exhaust from TGS long life exhaust stock port. I'll insert a link above to that video. That was a mild sounding catback exhaust mixed in with a large bore down pipe and 200cl sports cat. After the Airtec induction kit, I plan to add the Airtec stage 2 intercooler, then a stage 2 remap to finish off the stage 2, probably with IP chips, Manchester, come out to your house or wherever you want them to come out to, workplace, and remap your car for you. So I purchased my Airtec induction kit from Has Motorsport on eBay for £157.45. I'll put a link in that above now so you can find it on eBay. So click of the page where you can buy it on. So the benefits of adding the Airtec induction kit to your Mark III 1 litre forward focus EcoBoost or Fiesta, the benefits claimed are the Airtec induction kit removes the plastic OEM restrictive air box. It adds power gains of 5 to 10 bhp compared to the original airbox, and it also adds torque as well. The car should be more responsive. You get enhanced induction sound and turbo recirculation noise. You get a free flowing air filter. It adds style to your engine bay, which would like with a powder coated alloy heat shield, and obviously the air filter with Airtec on it. The CNC MAF sensor housing, this is the only negative thing I found with the kit. This only can be used with the facelift models of the Mark III, which is late 2014 to 2017-18. The facelift models, they have a push and twist sensor. It does state this before you buy the kit, so just letting you know. So if you've got an early model like mine of the Mark III 1 litre EcoBoost Focus, which is like 2011 to early 2014, our MAF sensor housing is two screws into the side of the MAF sensor housing, where, like it says, the MAF sensor housing on the facelift ones is a push and twisting MAF sensor. The early models, like I said, 2011 to early 2014, it's held in by two screws. So if you've got one like mine, an early model, your MAF sensor will not fit in the MAF sensor housing included in this kit. So yeah, so for me, that's the only negative thing about the Airtec induction kit. I don't know why they can't design a CNC MAF sensor housing to fit the early Mark III pre-facelift models. It's just for the later ones, which is, I don't know why they do that, but I don't know how hard it would be to just have two types of MAF housing, and you can choose whichever one you want when you order the kit. So yeah, like I say, that's the only negative for me really. Yeah, so here's the MAF sensor housing, which is included in the Airtec induction kit. It's a very nice pipe, but if you've got the same issue like I've got, and you've got an really early model, mine's 2014, early 2014, this here only fits the facelift models push and twist MAF sensor to go in there. I have installed it in a previous video on a friend's car. I'll include that in the link above now. It just went straight on in his because he's got the ST line, and it's just push and twisting all installed. So what I've had to do to get around this issue so I can actually install the induction kit on my car, because obviously I can't use his pipe, I had to buy a used OEM pre-facelift MAF sensor housing from eBay for £18, and I've had to modify it. So it actually fits the induction kit. So here's the pre-facelift MAF sensor housing. which fits on my car, which is an early 2014. So it's not a push and twist MAF sensor, it's a screw-in one into the side of the MAF sensor housing. I've had to trim off a little bracket here, which is a bracket that came out here and it went to this digital airbox, and there was another bracket down here. And I've had to trim these off so I can, you know, install it on the induction kit and it goes through the heat shield hole. I'll put a little clip in after this, just showing you where these brackets were on this original MAF sensor housing. So that's what I've had to do. I've had to trim them off and I've had to sand them down. I probably eventually will paint this, spray paint it with like some kind of spray paint for plastic. But yeah, it's a bit annoying because, like I say, you've had to spend £157 on an induction kit, and also another £18 on a MAF sensor housing that will fit your MAF sensor. So yeah, there it is. That's the pre-facelift MAF sensor. 2 screws into the side of the MAF sensor housing, and then the facelift one is a push and twist, which the kit will fit. Yeah, I don't know why they can't do 2 types of the CNC MAF sensor housing for the pre-facelift and the facelift one. So yeah. What I'm going to do to make the stock MAF sensor housing fit through the hole in the Airtec heat shield is I'm going to trim off this plastic clip part where the screw goes through into the original airbox. That one, and I'm going to trim the bottom one off there, so it should be flush with the where the air filter goes on. So that should be able to push through the hole in the heat shield and install the Airtec air filter on the other side. Yeah, so trim that one there off, and then the bottom one there, trim that off as well. So this is what you get with the Airtec induction kit. You get the powder coated heat shield, which is very nice. You get a Airtec logo on it. A little bit of cushion in there. Very nice, that one, yeah. I think the air comes in through here for the front of the car onto the air filter. You got the foam Airtec air filter there, the logo on, which is very nice. The CNC MAF sensor housing, very important. It only fits the facelift models from late 2014 to 2017-18. So bear that in mind if you've got an early model like mine, where you'll have to, you know, get a used MAF sensor housing and modify it to fit. And then you get the silicone, I think it's a silicone pipe spacer. I think that helps you get the air filter onto the edge of the MAF sensor housing pipe, and you get the instructions to fit it to your car. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to install the Airtec induction kit on your Mark III Ford Focus 1 litre EcoBoost. Yep, so to install the induction kit, undo these 4 bolts here on the original airbox. That's a 7mm on the socket sets. So remove that, remove the lid of the airbox. Undo the Jubilee clip on the primary induction hose. Remove your standard or mine's a pipe across air filter. Remove that. So you get the base of the airbox. So to remove the pre-facelift model's MAF sensor, get a flat-headed screwdriver, lift this little red tab up there, and you crimp it. There you go. You quickly crimp it and pull it out. So, and I think it's just rubber bungs holding the base of the airbox in. Yeah, so I've had to remove the primary induction hose in order to get this airbox out. It's like a little flap here. It's where the air snorkel is, so you lift that up like that. So just lift it down, and one does there. It should just lift up the bungs. Got a rubber bung there. There's one. I think it's 3, I think, in total. Rubber bungs underneath the airbox. There we go. So now the airbox is loose. There was a little plug clip here that went into the bracket, the MAF housing. So you just slowly pull that out, and then the airbox should be loose. There we go. So there's the original airbox. 3 bungs underneath it was holding it in place. The snorkel strap here you have to lift up, and then there's this plugged into the bracket of the MAF housing sensor. So yeah, so now I can go ahead and put in the heat shield in place. Yeah, so trying to get the Airtec heat shield in place is a metal bung plug here. He's going to focus that one there, which goes into the rubber bung there. So you have to line it up by moving it along, and as soon as you get in the right position, just tighten it up with I think it's a 10mm socket. I think you have to remove this here, just the snorkel housing at the front of the car. Yeah, so that needs to be removed as well. And then should almost go in place. I think you have to remove this as well, the bonnet catch. There we go. You remove that as well. And then slide it across, I think more towards that way. Right, so heat shield's fixed in place. Just to let you know, this here, these 2 little screws down there, them 2 there, and this bracket here was an absolute nightmare to hold in place and get on. And that 10mm bolt there, that's probably the hardest part of it, making sure you don't drop any of those on the under tray in the car. But after a bit of perseverance, we got there, so it's all fixed into place. The heat shield. Now I'm just going to put the primary silicone holes back on, put my modified pre-facelift MAF sensor on, and install the Airtec air filter. Yeah, so that's where I'm up to. So I'm going to put the modified pre-facelift MAF sensor on. There's the modified one I've done. Chopped the bottom plastic bracket off of the top one, which has been filed down and sanded. And there's the original off the OEM airbox I've got. So these 2 here. Yeah, so it just fits flush with the heat shield hole. So I've installed the modified MAF housing sensor to do the Jubilee clips up. It's a 7mm socket. So yeah, that's in place. Now it's just for the air filter, which should slot straight onto the end of there. Yep, air filter installed as well, 7mm again on the Jubilee clips to fit that onto the MAF housing. Yeah, it fits perfect onto the stock
MAF sensor housing, so which is lucky. So all I've got to do now is just clip back in the MAF sensor plug. And the little red clip goes down there, so it's in. Yeah, so it's all fully installed now. So I'm going to do a couple of different clips of different induction and the recirculation noises from having the stock airbox installed. Also, I was running the stock airbox with the lid off for more induction and recirculation noise, so I'll put a clipping of that as well, and a clip of the Airtec induction kit induction and recirculation noise as well. I do think it sounds better, the induction and recirculation noise. You get a lot more noise from the Turbo Smart compact dual port as well, and also when you just put your foot down a bit and release off it, you can hear the more air being sucked in through the heat shield and snorkel parts. In conclusion, it definitely adds more style to your engine bay than the stock airbox, with the heat shield, Airtec logo, and the Airtec on the air filter. It states it adds an extra 5 to 10 bhp. I'm not too sure about that. Maybe 5, maybe a bit less. Definitely not up to 10. Yeah, it gives you a lot more induction recirculation noise, which sounds pretty cool. And it does pick up quicker as well, slightly quicker. So when you're trying to accelerate and stuff. So yeah, I think everything it states it does is true, apart from, I won't say it gives you an extra 10 bhp overall, maybe 5, maybe a bit less. Yeah, I hope you found the video helpful and enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for more notifications of more upcoming content. Alright, thanks for watching.